Hey yo, what is going on, guys? dbzmando signing here, and so I have just watched the Book of Boba Fett, Episode 1, Stranger in a Strange Land, and man, was it... I am excited. It's amazing. It's the perfect building... Uh, I guess choose my word correctly. It's a really good building block to start building the story. It's so good, and... for those, I am going to get into spoilers because it's a review. So spoiler warning ahead. It was so good. I really loved the episode. There was a ton of there was action. There was actual backstory. So we actually got to find out how Boba Fett survived the Sarlacc pit, and it pretty much he just wakes up in the Sarlacc pit after being unconscious, being swallowed whole after, the whole episode 6 fiasco. And, and he grabs a stormtrooper's, I guess, breathing tube. Like, they had a breathing wire, which I didn't know they had that. That was pretty cool to find out. So he grabbed that from them, used it to breathe, punched his way through the Sarlacc innards, and just burnt his way through, and finally made it out. So we found out how he got out of the Sarlacc pit. Then we found out how he got his armor taken out. We found out how his armor was taken, how he was abducted by sand people. There was a lot, and it was just awesome. I was loving it along the way. There were a few little things that there were a few problems I saw, mostly visually, I'm just gonna say. We got to see Kamino. That was cool. A younger Boba was also seen. Now I don't know exactly what their point of showing them was. Maybe just to show his backstory of his origins. But they were there. It was also nice to see Kamino. We haven't seen Kamino, at least live action Kamino, since, back in the Clone Wars movie. Or Attack of the Clones, my bad, not Clone Wars. And honestly, it was so good. It was so good. I really enjoyed the episode. There was a lot explained. How he survived, how he how he lived on after that, how he lost his armor. And then also what he's currently doing now. He's currently healing in a Bacta tank. And for those of you who don't know, Bacta tanks are what is like the Star Wars healing pod. Think of it like I guess the healing capsule from 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 Dragon Ball. How they have their little healing pods. It's like that, but Star Wars. So that's what he's using to heal. And he's not fully healed. He's still recovering from those scars. And then so we even noticed this when he gets in a scrimmage after leaving a meeting with some, I guess, like a bartender or whatever. And after getting, poked a little bit by those electrocuted staff dudes, he suffers greatly from his injuries. He's like, I need to go straight to the back of the tank. So he still is recovering. He's not 100%. And I noticed that a lot in this. You gotta keep in mind, I know Boba Fett has done a lot of amazing feats in his day, at least book-wise. I don't know exactly what they've canonized, lore-wise from the books and stuff for Boba, but he did come off a little bit weak, right? Like strength-wise, not character-wise. He's still growing, but I mean weak-wise, physically. But you have to keep in mind, in the flashbacks, he's weak because he did just come out of a Sarlacc pit and was burnt very badly. You see his armor just in pieces, the parts that isn't, his Mando, his Boba armor, but he is just straight up burnt. He's scarred, so he's weak after all that, malnourished. So that explains why he's weak. And as for currently Boba, he's still recovering from all of the wounds through a Bacta tank. He's still trying to clean himself of all those, burnt scars and all that. So he's still healing from that. So yes, he came off a little bit weak, but I'm sure once he heals from the Bacta tank and all that, all of his wounds are finally 100% gone and clean. He'll be 100% back to normal. He'll be ready to go, and probably he has aged a bit, so not peak performance like he was, or maybe, who knows, maybe he'll be back to peak performance and be freaking annihilating everybody, and it'll be sick. What else happened in the episode? He had meetings with everybody after, taking over Bib Fortune. He was chilling on his throne, just, greeting people. It was not a lot to really talk about, I guess, in this episode. It was just, there was flashbacks explaining how he lived. how he lost his armor, and then what he's doing currently. So yeah, he's just greeting all the people, so everybody giving their thanks and all that, and giving him contribution for his new leadership. There's one mob in particular that didn't give him contribution, actually expected him to contribute to them, and he was like, no. So that's probably going to lead to something maybe interesting down the line, maybe some more war. Who knows? Maybe those goons were sent by them earlier. Who knows? There's a lot to happen, and I'm looking forward to this series. It's going to be so good. We're going to watch him grow. We're going to, his little empire, which he's going to do by fear. I'm sorry, by respect. He's not doing it by fear like everybody else. He is just trying to gain up without, being feared. He wants to be respected. And, that whole thing is better to be feared than respected. But instead, he was going, for the opposite route. So, honestly, I was very excited for this show. It looks so good. The concept art's nice. He also, oh yeah, there was like this weird creature. I've never seen it before, and I honestly don't know what it is. And I wonder if it's new, or maybe it's an old creature, and you guys can let me know in the comments if you know what it is. Boba ends up fighting this, like, 6-armed creature that just clobbers his fellow slave mate who he was chilling with the sand people who abducted him. So the sand people abducted him, and while he's being slaved away, he deals with this creature who he ends up killing and, saving one of the sand people kids, and ends up earning the respect, I guess, of the sand person village elder or whatever, or maybe the tribe leader. So it was interesting to see a different creature. I've never seen it before, but if you guys happen to know where it's from, just let me know down in the comments. It could be new, and that's honestly pretty cool. More Tatooine lore. There's more creatures to learn about. But yeah, guys, that's all I really wanted to talk about. It's just the review. I'll have a breakdown video later, breaking down it in more detail. I just wanted to give my thoughts on the episode. Really good episode. There were a few goofy things, like you can see Fennec Shand. They didn't edit out her shoes. She was still wearing her her joggers. So that was pretty goofy. Also, young Boba looking into the helmet looked a little goofy. He was all wide-eyed. You could see his reflection through the visor, and that looked goofy. But other than that, a very awesome episode. Very interesting. It's starting off strong, and I think it's doing I know some people are probably going to be like, it's not a bunch of action, but listen, it's a building block. This is a story being told. We're trying to develop the character. More action will happen later on, but right now we are trying to develop. Boba Fett as a character is trying to develop, so we have to keep that in mind. There's not going to be a ton of crazy action everywhere in every scene. You need development, which I am looking forward to. I freaking will love development, and just looking forward to see how Boba Fett grows as a character. I'm really looking forward to that. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much my thoughts. Oh yes, and the giveaway winner, sorry, this is super late too. Congratulations to Cristofo. Yeah, Cristofo, for winning the giveaway. Just go ahead and DM me in in Discord or email, and I will give you your giveaway reward. But that's it. That's all. That's it. But anyways, guys, that's all I wanted to talk about. Episode was awesome. Looking forward to the rest. I'm going to be doing these reviews every time the episodes come out. I'm going to be on top of this. Boba Fett is like my favorite character, and is the inspiration of, dbzmando. So I will definitely be covering the series a lot and trying to do breakdowns and do as much research as I can. And god dang, is this series going to be so good. I'm looking so forward to it. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to blast a like button at this universe. Hey, if you enjoy the content on my channel, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification, because I do upload daily. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. dbzmando, signing out.